Let us discuss some exercise questions from NCERT book, chapter 1. Question number 21. A conducting sphere of radius 10 centimeters has an unknown charge. If the electric field 20 centimeters from the center of the sphere is 1.5 10 raised to power 3 newtons per coulomb and points radially inward, what is the net charge on the sphere? What you are given? A conducting sphere, its radius 10 centimeters, having unknown charge. Let us take that charge to be Q, present over the surface of that conducting sphere. Electric field at a distance of 20 centimeters. It means definitely this point will be lying outside the sphere as the radius is 10 centimeters. From the center of the sphere, this E is equal to what? 1.5 10 to the power 3 newtons per coulomb. And this field is pointing radially inwards. It means the charge present on the conducting sphere will be negative. What is the net charge on the sphere? Now we know if we are to calculate the electric field at a point lying outside the sphere, then it behaves as if the whole charge present on the surface of the sphere is concentrated at the center of the sphere. It means the charge Q, which is actually present over the surface of that conducting sphere, it appears as if this whole charge Q is concentrated at its center. So, the electric field at the point outside the sphere, it will come out to be E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. R here is the distance of that point from the center of the sphere. And this is given to you 20 centimeters. Convert this into meters, 0.2 meters. Then Q is to be calculated. This Q equals to what? 4 pi epsilon naught ER square. Put the values and get and calculate Q. This Q is finally comes out to be 6.67 10 to the power minus 9 coulombs. So charge will be negative. You can put negative sign, minus 6.67 nanocoulombs. Nano means what? 10 to the power minus 9 coulombs. Come to the question number 22. A uniformly charged conducting sphere of 2.4 meter diameter has a surface charge density of 80 microcoulombs per meter square. Uniformly charged conducting sphere. Again, there is a conducting sphere having uniform surface charge density. Diameter D is given to you. You can calculate radius. D by 2, 2.4 by 2, it is 1.2 meters. Sigma is given to you, 80 microcoulombs per meter square. Micro means what? 10 raised to power minus 6. You have to calculate the charge on the sphere. What's the formula to calculate sigma? Sigma is equal to charge upon area. So what is charge equals to sigma into area? Area here is what? Area of the sphere. And what is the formula to calculate the area of the sphere? 4 pi r square. So put r and sigma, then 4 pi, and then simplify. Find Q. This Q will comes out to be 1.45 10 to the power minus 3 coulombs. In the second part, you are asked what is the total electric flux leaving the surface of the sphere. Total electric flux, that is phi. From Gauss's law, we know phi equals to Q by epsilon naught. Now Q, you have already calculated it in the first part. Epsilon naught, it is 8.854 10 to the power minus 12. You can round it off because 8.85 is almost equal to the 9. Then calculate phi, it finally comes out to be 1.6 10 to the power 8 Newton meter square per coulomb. Remember to write the units for phi. Don't just write the numerical value, you have to write its unit also. Question number 23. An infinite line charge produces a field of 9 into 10 to the power 4 newtons per coulomb at a distance of 2 centimeters. Calculate the linear charge density, that is lambda is to be calculated. It is again one of the application of Gauss's law. Now we have obtained the formula for the electric field at a point due to an infinite line charge distribution. This E came out to be 1 upon 2 pi epsilon naught into lambda by r. Lambda you have to calculate in this question. Electric field E is given to you. Then 2 pi epsilon naught. Instead of writing the value for 2 pi epsilon naught, better you multiply this expression by 2 and divide by 2. So in the numerator you will be getting 4 pi epsilon naught. Then what is the value of 4 pi epsilon naught? It is 1 over 9 into 10 to the power 9. As 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. So what will be 4 pi epsilon naught? It will be 1 over 9 into 10 to the power 9. It's easy to calculate. You will be able to do the calculations very easily if you put the value for 4 pi epsilon naught. Also, R, it is given to you 2 centimeters, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meters. Then calculate the lambda. This lambda comes out to be 10 to the power minus 7. It can be rewritten as 10 to the power minus 1 into 10 to the power minus 6. It is wrong here. You have to write it as 10 to the power minus 1 into 10 to the power minus 6. What is 10 to the power minus 1? That is 1 by 10. It is 0.1. So finally, the answer comes out to be 0.1 microcoulombs per meter.